What's the wave? It's the KRAZE. What's the wave? What's the wave? It's the KRAZE show. What's the wave though? It's the KRAZE show. What's the wave? What's the wave? It's the KRAZE show. What's the wave? It's the KRAZE. What's the wave? What's the wave? It's the KRAZE show. You know exactly what it is when you play it down. Miss KRAZE got them going crazy. It's the KRAZE show.
Another. My bad. What's going on, guys? We are back. Another episode of the KRAZE show. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yep, we're back in the building. Another episode of the KRAZE show. Of course, always Mr. TMP is on the production. DJ Chris on the ones and twos. Go. She's always in here. And my special guest tonight, I got some people that I know for a long time. And we're going to have a good conversation, guys. We're talking about dating in the D. Lord. Don't make us do it. Don't make us do it. So I asked some people to come down here and help me talk about it. All right. So first, I'm going to introduce my cousin for his second time down on the KRAZE show. Say what up to Kevin.
What up, people? Hey, thanks for having me, cousin.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All the time.
You know, let me share this.
Go.
You've been saying this for a long time. You've been wanting to do this show.
Yep.
I'm proud of your success, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, cousin. Always. And then my dog. Oh, my God. We go back. Nick was probably about 9 hanging with us.
Yeah.
From the block 4-1. Y'all show some
4-1.
love for my homie from back in the days,
Hey.
Monique. We used to call her Nikki.
It's still Nikki.
All right. And this is my homie to the left of me. Oh, my God. We go back just as long as everybody else. Again, another 4-1 love. Y'all show, and he's actually, you're not a marriage counselor, but you kind of have a little life coach. There it is. There you go. I invited him down here all the way from Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
That was so sweet. My homeboy came down to show love. So y'all show some love to my boy Marco West. Okay, so we're talking about dating in the D. This topic right here is long the fuck overdue. Okay? I have been having struggles with it. A few people I know has been struggling with it. We're tired of it. Guys, we want to talk about it. So let's go. There's no specific order we're going in, no specific topics. I just want to hear from everybody. What's up, y'all?
Hey, I can share this
Okay.
just to start. So I've been single for quite a while, right? I've been married, divorced. And I've been dating here and there. You know, I've been dating.
Right.
But since COVID, I ain't been dating nobody because I'm scared.
Right.
You know, so from that perspective, it allowed me to take some time to step back for a little bit.
Okay.
Reevaluate myself. And then once this is kind of done, get back out there and do my thing. So that's where I am right now.
Okay. And before COVID, with the dating life, how was it going for you?
I thought everybody was going to start, talk about themselves, but you kind of going with me, straight off. Okay.
No, I mean, you opened up. So let's get into it, cousin.
No, so before COVID, I mean, I personally don't have a problem dating, or meeting people. I don't have a problem meeting people. Let's say that.
Okay.
But when it comes down to really getting serious, it's I always find it to be an issue. And in general, and then we can move on. Hopefully, I can share the other stuff as we progress.
As we go, sure.
What I found is that, especially women of my age.
How old are you?
You could just give us a roundabout.
How old are you? How old are you?
I always find that.
Cause just give us your age bracket so everybody can kind of,
I'm 40 to 60.
Yeah, I'm 40. I'm 40 to 60.
Okay.
He's not no 60. He's late 40s, probably about to go into the 50s if you're not already there.
Thank you, cousin.
We want to guard our age at times too. So, listen,
right.
That's a part of the problem.
It is.
Oh man.
Now listen, hold
That's
on. Let
the
me.
men's problem.
Okay,
Right.
you
'Cause
right.
it's not a
That's
problem
a
till you
man's
make it
problem.
one.
See, y'all see how y'all just made it a problem. See,
But you finna make it a problem.
No, I promise I won't.
Okay,
I'm
go.
about to fix it. Watch, because see the problem. I'm serious. See, the problem is we think there's a problem. No, hear me out.
I love it.
Watch, hear me out. Hear me out. Because the thing about it is, as soon as we get in a relationship, and there's a title on the relationship, there becomes expectations,
Yep.
letdowns, disappointments, and all these other things. First and foremost, we following a format that don't work.
Yeah.
The divorce rate in this country is 60%, 50% in the church. So if we forming our relationship based on what everybody else's relationship look like, then we should expect it to fail when there's a 50 to 60%.
So what's wrong with saying how old are you?
Right.
It's nothing wrong.
Between 40 and 60.
Well, I mean,
like,
okay,
it's
so
just
here
not,
it is. So here it
it's
is.
not a problem.
You're right, but my point was, like you said, he said, you asked his age, right? He said, well, I don't want to talk about it, basically, right?
He didn't say
Somebody else, well, basically, he alluded to the fact that he didn't want to specify
True.
his age. Somebody over here happened to say, I almost sound like a lady. Now here's the thing. Now this is where I'm talking about. This is where I'm talking about. This discrepancy comes in because y'all have the ideal that things that y'all feel are important or precious or special, that we don't feel the same way about those things. We don't necessarily want to be judged by our age either.
Right.
We don't necessarily want nobody to look at us and think that we too old to be considering dating. So. I mean, keeping our age is a way of saying, get to know me for who I am, and then let the age and all that stuff fall where it does.
Right.
So,
I get it.
you know.
I guess if
I
you
get
want to
it.
look at
And
it
I
like that, but my
respect
thing
it.
is
I
too.
respect that
But listen,
point of
to
view.
avoid
More
it
power,
all,
bro.
let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Don't
Yeah.
even.
I mean, me
Let's just keep it
personally, I
real.
think I've aged gracefully. I'm 48 and can't wait to hit 50.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
But in the same
But
token,
so if
but
I
in
was
the
to
same
ask
token-
you in a conversation and say, hey, you know, if we talking, I'm saying, how old are you? And you like,
But again, what?
I'm gonna be like cautious of you not gonna tell me, you're not gonna let.
What
me
if I told
in.
you my mama name and didn't want to tell
But
you
it
my
doesn't.
age?
But I'm saying we need to all have that open discussion.
That's
Well,
true.
It doesn't matter.
But see, to me, that's
what
starting off
age.
with bringing lies to the beginning of a
Absolutely.
relationship.
That's the
You're
thing.
starting off
Okay,
wrong.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
In my
I believe.
opinion.
Hold on.
In
hold
my
on.
opinion, that's
Wait,
what
hold
I'm
on.
saying.
Wait,
My
hold
opinion.
on. Because if it makes it a lie when we do it, that means it's been a lie all along while y'all been doing it.
Yeah.
So,
not gonna
so
say-
here,
All right, Tom.
so again,
I
but,
mean,
but again, here's
so
my
I'm not
what's
just
the
talking
lie
about
when we
men in
doing
general. Keep it
No,
real. I'm talking about
well,
everybody.
what she said, what
considered
Ms.
to
KRAZE
be a
said
lie?
that we should be open.
Period.
There shouldn't be any secrets.
Yeah, absolutely.
But on the other hand, I think that we should be comfortable and confident enough in who we are to just be who we are. And the people that we dealing with don't accept it, that's on them. Like, for example, if me and her kicking it, I said, well, how old are you? And said, well, I don't want to discuss my age. Well, you know what? I don't want to kick it no more. Then okay, well, have a good night. And we be
That's
okay
it.
with that. But for me
That
to
should be
judge
okay.
her,
That should
but
be
for me
okay.
to judge her and tell her that she shouldn't act that way, she should tell me her age. Maybe I don't know anything about her. She could have had a trauma. Somebody could have judged her, mistreated her,
I
talked
get
bad
you.
about her.
Don't know
And so-
nothing about.
right,
Don't
so-
know nothing about
I
their
get you.
history.
Yeah, so
I get
You just bringing your baggage into it by making
But
up.
But
just-
people, but we don't analyze that whole situation like of judgment. Age is just something like getting to know a person. Hey, how old are you? I'm 44. I'm 43. You know, I'm just, it's
Right.
nothing. It's no secret.
So tell us why y'all did it for so long. Because this is the first
I ain't
time
never
I
did
heard.
it. Because my family always
but we
said
know in
they was
general,
proud
that's
to
the
say
thing,
how
though,
old
right?
they were. They were proud to say how old they were. It was no secret. I'm such and such and
My
blase
thing-
split.
Period. I think anything past 40, tell your age.
Yeah, it's bad.
Who gives a shit?
I
We
don't know.
grown
I've
at
never
this
been one of those
point.
people that thought it mattered. You know,
I don't really think it mattered either. But let me share this. First, you talk about somebody asked your age, and we sitting down at the dinner table. You ask how old you are. I don't got a problem saying that. But we're not just talking to me and you. We talking to the people in this room. We talking to people that's everybody that's listening or watching the video. You know, so that's the thing. But for me personally, and this is just me personally, I'm not trying to despair. You know, I'm not trying to disgrace anybody. And my apologies if it come off that way. So I'm 50 years old.
Okay.
I turned
good,
I
though.
turned 50. See now you all
nah,
see.
you look good though. You look good though.
Wait a minute. You
good
do
for
look
50.
good though.
You look good for 50.
So
But we always say that
Right.
when we express
a compliment
how
always
it's
follows anyway.
It's gonna follow.
But go ahead.
but that's so for me saying that I happen to attract, if I'm dating, I attract 30-year-olds, 32-year-olds. Not saying that's who I pursue. I attract them, right? But and I don't not date them because they're 30 or 32. Y'all just said age shouldn't really matter. I attract them because of our conversation, how we discuss things, you know, how we get along, the things they into, things I'm into. That's that's what happens. But sometimes people would say, "Oh, he 50, like I ain't dating him." That was my whole perspective of sharing that. I don't got a problem sharing my age.
I told a woman my age, and she told me I was an outright lie.
Yeah.
Showed her my ID. She told me it's
fake.
This
fake.
ain't real. You run around. This is what you out here doing. I said, who pretends?
You
to
had
be
your shirt off,
older?
didn't you?
I did not have my shirt off. I did not have my shirt off.
Well, they say the same thing about me because they say I look like
Absolutely.
I'm a young buck, but I'm 44.
See?
I got a 26-year-old. I got 3 grandbabies.
Dang.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
And they be like,
No, I'm talking about your 26-year-old. He be getting.
but I'm proud of my age. I'm not gonna be.
got
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't want you to know how old I am.
And it's funny because like some of the youngsters, when they get into it with you, they use your age as an insult.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
You trying to get to where I'm at.
What time?
Oh, bitch. Like, fool, you better hope you,
aunties and everything.
yeah, you better hope you make it to it. They be insulting us with the old bitch. Oh, bitch. Like, I'll take it.
It's a delicate balance of how much you want to reveal up front and when you reveal it. I think that's definitely one of the things I'm learning about myself as I'm dating is that I was probably telling too much up front, trying to prove that I'm this and I'm stable and I got this.
Yeah,
but
you don't
in
have to do
reality,
Yeah.
you know, and the age, you know, when I bought my house at 23, I'll throw that out there too. But in reality, none of that
Matters.
And
that's
you
the
just
kind of
want to
stuff
get to know the character of the
See,
person.
that's the
not
kind
the-
of stuff. I gotta chime in on that because that's the kind of stuff with men that really drives me crazy. They'll spend a whole hour talking to you about what they used to do. I used to be the man's. I used to be this. Oh, I used to have a car like that. Who gives a shit about what you used to? You cannot impress me about what you used to have. Who cares? Where you at today, brother? Where you trying to be tomorrow? That's how you impress us. Okay, can you guys chime in on that?
Can you build something? Can you bring some pallets to the house? Do you know
When
what
they
to
get
do with
here.
the pallets?
Well, so what about the ones? What about the ones of us that do? What about the ones of us that are successful? The one, no. I mean, listen. See, the percentage is what it is because again, we modeling everything after what's not working. I mean, just listening to the ideas. I mean, let's be realistic.
Okay.
And be upfront.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, our society has made relationships a commodity. Women say, "I'm not having sex if he not paying no bill." Guys say, "I'm not paying no bills
if she ain't
if we
putting
not
out."
having sex." But here go the problem. The problem is that we demean both of ourselves in this
Yep.
position.
Oh.
Yeah.
The idea that a man has to pay a woman to receive his seed, I mean, who pays to recreate himself? That in and of itself is a blessing. We walk around calling ourselves God, but man alone can't recreate. And God is the only thing that can give life. It takes the two together. So why is there a lesser in this relationship? As long as we keep looking at one another as a problem or a lesser or a greater, who make the most money, who make the less money, who go stay home? I've left a job making almost $56,000 a year to go home and play Mr. Mom while my then wife went and worked. After cashing her out, making sure there was money in the bank to take care of over $50,000, to take care of everything. So it's not always a matter of the commodity and who brings what to the table, but it's about two people finding a rhythm and choosing to work together. There's nothing in a relationship that can't be worked out. But the problem is we're not choosing, we being irresponsible with our relationship.
Absolutely.
Nobody's
I
taking
agree.
the time to actually build
Absolutely.
a relationship.
I
Instead,
agree with
everybody
that.
doing what's already been done instead of taking the time.
So that's why we here.
Well, I mean, I can only give it to the way.
Dating in the deep.
Dating
Like-
in the deep. Dating in
Like
the deep.
how can we get to this point?
I mean, the culture. You got to. You have to change the culture. Everything that we doing is based on what's already been done. It's a culture. It's an ideal about what's supposed to happen, and we repeat it.
And we got to admit, y'all. I mean, and ladies, I know y'all probably gonna disagree, right? But this is what I find when I'm dating, and actually within the past 2 weeks, it's somebody who I've been knowing for a long time. We was in a relationship for a little bit, long time ago, 20, 30 years ago, but we maintain our friendship. We still cool. She mentioned to me that she don't date unless the dude can do something for her, right? And that kind of stuck with me. Now we got to do something for the person in order to, instead of us having a connection and us being able to. I gotta ask you one
question behind that. Did you ask her what did she mean by that? Did you give her a chance to go into details? Because
no, because we was getting our toes.
You do have to be able to do something, brother.
No. I disagree with that.
I'm just saying, did you ask her what does she mean by? Because every woman is different. She might not mean a Gucci purse. She might not need none of that. But she might need a partnership. She might need encouragement. She might need you to make sure these bills are being paid. That's just your responsibility.
Because dating in the D is superficial.
It is superficial.
And it's all about the money.
Absolutely.
And it's always about what you can do for me money-wise. And it's not like that when a woman says what you said a woman said to you.
You said it's not like that. What do you mean?
It's not always like that. It's like what you can do for me. Sometimes it can mean like me, I'm build the bear. I'm always building shit.
You mean inside the house and
in
stuff?
the house.
Okay.
And I need a man to, like, what can you do for me?
Right. Can you help me finish building this
shit?
What if I can't? But what if I can't?
Let's figure.
Hold on. Hold on a second, because I'm with Kevin. What if I can't?
Can you help me?
Wait, hold on. Okay. Hear me out. What if I can't do nothing on your list? Hold on.
I want to answer it.
Okay. What if I can't? But here's the thing. I didn't come telling you that I came to assist Build the Bear. Maybe I trade on the stock market. Maybe I'm a fitness guru. The thing about it is, once again, we got these preconceived ideals about what somebody's supposed to come to a relationship doing. I didn't sign up for that. Hold on. Just hear me out. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you have an expectation about what you want somebody to come and do, you know what I'm gonna do? If I want to get with you and you say these are the things I want and need, I'm gonna tell you, baby, I'll do all of that. I'm gonna do all of that. Instead, hold on, hear me out. Instead, because here go the biggest problem. The biggest problem is most of y'all don't know how to date. Y'all dating with the ideal of getting into a relationship instead of dating the person to find out how you fit and then decide the relationship. If I take you out to drinks and God forbid you pay for something, it's a relationship.
No, that's
not
true.
Y'all specifically, but in general.
That's not true.
In general, you tell me you just got finished saying dating in the D was superficial. So you tell me now that's not the truth?
Majority is it superficial.
Okay, so
what does that mean? What does that mean?
What I'm trying to get you to understand is, hey, let's build. If I'm build a bear and I'm building some shit, I want somebody to come in and help me build.
Okay, let me piggyback on it. And if you don't know how, like you said, well, can you help me figure it out? Because I don't know how neither, but I'm about to try to figure it out.
Absolutely.
So can we figure it out together?
But again, here's the thing. I don't. Listen, I think I'm gonna be honest. I'm that guy. I'm with you. Let's go in here and tear some shit up that we trying to fix. I'm cool with that. But here's the thing. These preconceived ideas about what somebody is supposed to do.
It's not.
Hold on, just hear me out, love. What if I was a little boy and my uncle took me out to build something? I just kept beating the hell out of my finger, and now I'm terrified of hammers and nails and all of that. Now you don't want to be
talk
with
to
me
me about it.
Okay, but again, how you gonna look at me when I say y'all I don't want to be Mr. Build the Bear? What if I just don't want to do it?
You have to
just
say
that,
and you still have to help her figure it out.
Say you don't want to be Build a Bear, because I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna promote you to be.
Because what if she
don't
know how to cook? What if she's
we gonna get you to get to be the Build a Bear?
Figure it out though. If she love that man, she's gonna figure something
Well,
out.
I don't disagree.
We gotta take a break, guys. I knew this show was gonna be like this. I knew I was gonna be missing my breaks. We'll be back in a minute on the KRAZE show. Okay, we just get started with dating in the D.
So gone.
It's KRAZE on the KRAZE show. Hey, we wanna be saved. We back on the KRAZE show. We wanna be saved. So
We got to tip the DJ now. Now we got to tip the DJ.
E40. We want to be saved.
Fuck
High
that.
five in this shit.
That was a crazy one.
That was a good one.
Listen, before we get too far past this, let me clarify what I was saying.
Okay.
I don't want to get hit in the back of the head when I'm walking away. So
I got you back.
I understand exactly what y'all saying. Unfortunately, as the generations have passed, chivalry has been kind of shut down, right? So
Y'all
the
think
idea,
that? Y'all believe that?
the idea that
No, I
that
don't feel like
when I say shut
chivalry
down,
is
what I
there?
mean is
No.
it's not common. That's what I
not.
mean. It's not the common thing to see men opening doors for women, saying thank you, excuse me, I appreciate it. I raised my kids to do it. Say yes, ma'am, no, sir, and all of those things. But that's
Right.
not the common thing. That's not the culture. And so I understand exactly what y'all saying about having a helpmate, somebody that's willing to help you chase your dreams and goals.
Absolutely.
But the thing about it is, if y'all don't establish this up front and give people the liberty to support because it's their desire, not because it's your require, it's never gonna work. Because as long as you require me to do something, at some point I'm gonna start to resent that.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
can't I just be who I am? That's why I say this dating process is so important. Because during the dating process, you determine what kind of relationship you can
believe it.
actually have. Because during that dating process, you can find out whether he gonna become your honey hammer bear. Because I might never become that. But if you don't date me and give me an opportunity, like you said, give me a chance to show you who I am and then decide whether you want a relationship. Other than that, your expectation then killed me before I got out the gate.
I'm not going to disagree with you at all. But when we dating and when you meet someone that has that chemistry, we're not talking about what your finances are, what your bank account is, what you doing. We just enjoy each other's company, right?
Right. Right.
So
Well, wait. No, that's not true. No,
Yeah.
we're
that's not true.
enjoying
We
each
talking
other's
about
company.
all of those things because again,
Not in the
No,
beginning, though.
no,
Not in the
we're-
beginning.
No,
Yeah.
Not in the beginning.
No, not in the beginning.
And
no.
I agree with you. If we say
during the
shit, if
courting
we say
process.
That's
shit,
bullshit.
If we say shit, what we want at jump from the dating scene, like this is what I want, this is what I do, this is what I am. I'm a build-a-bear. I build houses. I did this. But for you, I lost my train of thought.
If they're not doing it,
If they're not doing it,
they should
What if
say it.
What if that's just not who I am? Though?
say if
You
I'm
go not
just-
date me because I'm not Build-A-Bear? You gonna really leave me on the curb? A great
No,
man
I'm not
like me
gonna
because I'm a
leave
Build-A-Bear?
I'm not gonna leave you, but
But I'm
what
gonna
can you
I'm gonna
contribute
punishment.
to help?
I'm gonna
in me
contribute me
building?
all of who I am. Maybe I cannot contribute to what it is. You see, this is the thing. When you put a requirement on me to be what it is, you expect me
I'm
to
not
be.
expecting you to
But
be
you already
anything
said
but
I'm
what
a
you
wait,
are.
hold on. But you didn't. You know that's not true. You said I'm a Build-A-Bear, and when I get the building,
I
need.
am.
And you
Talk
said,
big. Talk
and
to
you,
your mic,
and
baby
you
girl.
I
said,
am.
There you go.
now correct me if I'm wrong. You said that I'm a Build-A-Bear, and I might want you to come help me build a bear. Okay, so here's the thing.
I was
What
sure
if
talking
I
about a
don't
real
want to
bear.
build a bear? What if I don't want to do that? But if you have this expectation beforehand, then I already failed.
But we just said this earlier. If you don't want to do that, can you at least help her figure it out? Bottom line.
I mean, me personally,
Or is that
like,
gonna,
no,
is
what
that
I'm
gonna
saying-
be enough
no,
to turn you off the lead?
Well,
Because she
well,
wants
see,
you
no,
to figure it out with her.
Again, I'm with it. I'm
Personally.
with it.
Personally.
But I'm talking about, and like I said, the expectation is realistic. There's no question. But what I'm saying is, if I make that expectation a requirement, now we got an issue, because if I don't do this, you basically saying that you go withdraw yourself from me because I don't feel like I'm getting.
not
Hold
gonna
on.
withdraw
We
you.
got to talk about this, though. We got to talk about compartmentalizing the dating process, compatibility, and working it out. Now, see, y'all talking about 3 different areas. Y'all trying to struggle through it already before y'all didn't even establish the compatibility. And that's where we got to start in the dating process. We got to get to a foundational place where we establish, and like she said in the beginning, we're enjoying each other's company. First, we're trying to decide if we can be
Even
good
like
people
each other.
together.
Hey, like
Yes.
no
Hold on,
expectations.
Hold on, let's start. We went real far, but we got to take it back to whether or not we even are good people together. And I mean, if you believe in astrology and science, cool, I do. It's people that use that as a guide. It's common sense. It's common sense understanding of characteristics, morals, and values. And these things don't always align. What you value, I may not value.
Absolutely.
What you like, I may not like. I don't like to watch movies. I don't like to go to the movie theater, and you do. That's your main thing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'm about stability and being in a one place for a long time and having a routine. And you are more spontaneous, I move around type of person.
What you know about me?
These foundational issues about what we value, what our character is, what our morals are, and simply what we enjoy are things we got to get to the root and the heart of.
Absolutely.
And then as we in that dating process, then we move on to revealing the finances and where we stand, what's the 3-year, the 5-year, the 10-year plan. You know, when we at our
When we trust each
we at our 4th and
Yeah.
5th
Mhm.
month,
Yeah.
and we feel comfortable enough
Yeah.
to start talking about things that are personal to us, and what we desire. I mean, we talking about what we desire to life. All of that is
I
coming
don't think
out.
that's realistic though. That you go wait 4 or 5 months before you find out whether somebody's fiscally
Okay, 3 months.
responsible.
3 months. Maybe I'm
I'm not
being-
gonna date you 3 times
Guys,
before I know if
listen.
you fiscally
I think you can
responsible.
tell the type of person you're dating.
I mean,
Not
but
really.
I believe. I
like I
believe
said,
it's
but
crazy.
this is
You
what we
can.
finding out
You
in the dating
can.
process. I mean,
So y'all
I may
saying
have
y'all
pushed
wait?
it
Say that
out.
again.
At some point, you can tell if you got a dude that smoke weed and play the video game all day. You can tell if you got a dude that actually get up
Without
and go to
talking
work
about it.
without even just his
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Just
And,
regular
and right, and see
conversation.
that's what I mean about the dating process. Because again, like I said, and we all have our ideas. Nobody that I know wants to date somebody who is lackluster, no ambitious, lazy.
Right.
Nobody wants that.
No
Male
wonder
nor
I can't
female.
get
Timeline
no
is
woman.
individual.
No.
Timeline is
I like
subjective. Timeline is subjective and individual. How we get there, at what time we arrive at
I
these
like
conversations
that.
is
Yeah.
individual
I
and
got you,
subjective.
Chris. Yeah.
Okay, so if you like to talk, get that out the way in the first week, get it out the way.
Get it
Right.
out
My
the
mama
way.
said, my mama did say, she did say something like, it ain't gonna take you that long,
worry
and
about
she
the
right.
phone,
It don't
guys.
take you that long.
It
Can't
don't.
worry
It
about
don't
this
take
phone.
you that long, but
agree. I
that's
agree.
a
Talk,
again. We
listen.
talking about the foundational principles of dating. We're talking about how long should it take to get somebody to
Yep.
know somebody, what it is you should value and look for. What are the characteristics that you value in a person? What are your values? Or have you established what that is for yourself?
But is that what's? But is that what's
You know
happening
what?
though?
That's
Is
the
that-
whole
is that
thing
what's
when she
happening?
But
said.
that's what we
but
saying we need to come to.
That's what
That's
we
what
need to
needs to
come
be
to.
happening.
We really need to sit down and talk about what our values is, our morals is,
I mean,
So
and say what's
what you
What we
looking
really
for, what
want.
you
Y'all-
want,
the
because
way-
Know what
Hold
you
on,
want before
hold on.
you come to the table.
all that is all fine and dandy, but let's
Right.
get real.
did I say
Right.
that?
Let's get real, ladies.
Did I
And
say that?
come on,
I got- roll out.
You let me know how you feel about this. So values and all that, yes, of course. But that, to be honest, when we meet somebody, you know, the dudes is trying to get real close with the ladies. The ladies might try to figure out what you can do for me. And that's and I
Absolutely.
I
Please
know
don't-
it's
that is
easy
the
to
truth.
say no,
Stop it. Stop
but
it.
that's the truth.
Stop it,
But
man.
here's the thing,
Keep
Kevin.
saying
Let
the
me just
same
say this
thing.
real
But it's
quick.
the truth.
Hold on, let me say this. It's
No.
not what you can do for me on a material type of basis.
But
Yes,
that's not
it
what
is.
we
Hold on.
experience.
Yes, it
On
is.
the whole
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
picture.
How y'all gonna
Is he
tell us what we
husband
experiencing
material?
on this
Do
side?
I see a
Hold on.
life or
Wait,
future
wait,
with
you
him?
know
It's
what?
not
I'm not-
about.
Wait, hold on.
I'm
The brother
saying-
telling you
listen.
what he
But listen,
experiencing,
listen,
and I'm gonna
listen.
have to second it. If y'all want to hear from our point of
But
view, y'all
it's a
gotta
different
believe it when we
type
tell
of
it to y'all.
Women that say, what can I get from you?
When last
Yeah.
time you ran across
I mean,
one
it's-
that did it the way that they talking about?
Man, that don't happen.
Thank you. That's what we show. Y'all say y'all
That
want to
don't
keep
happen.
it real. Listen, I understand. I can give
I
you
don't
the
know where you
protocol.
guys are
Listen.
finding your
Well,
women
listen,
at.
what are y'all? Okay, probably the same place y'all finding y'all guys at.
Well, we already. Well,
It's easy how y'all
I
giggling
mean-
and chuckling
See,
and all that.
Right. They-
Y'all
you know what?
chuckling.
When we get there,
you know, now we
really
trying to
won't
talk. Y'all
about it.
skirting through this.
Marco, I'm gonna tell you something.
Nah,
It's a
brother.
revolving door.
It is.
We're gonna hurt. If you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
And if I hurt him, he's gonna hurt
So
her.
that's
Exactly.
So, you know,
that's
it's
the
just-
topic.
But no, it's a revolving cycle.
It is.
Where we, you know what I'm saying? It's like our expectations are a certain kind of way. Because
Yeah.
I keep hearing him say the same thing.
Right.
What
Because
can
that's
you
what
do
we
for me?
experience.
not
That's what
bad.
we
And
it's
experience.
not-
But see,
no,
Kevin,
but it's
that's
not a-
being your age and dating
But
30-year-olds.
but where
Because
you-
they might
No,
be looking
I'm
for
not.
what
Where
can this
you
nigga
at?
do for me.
Listen.
But where you
But
at?
when you stay in your age bracket,
Where am I? What do you mean? Where am I at?
But where you at? Where are you going to be? Where a person is asking, "What can you do for me?" Like, a man that I say that I'm dating, he gonna be like, "What you doing for yourself?
Exactly. Like,
What you doing for yourself?"
right, period.
And my
Like,
age caliber is like, "What you doing for yourself?
Exactly.
What
We
you
don't-
got going on?
right.
It's not none of that. What you can do
Do for me. That's that. I mean,
Y'all
That's
don't
not
say,
true.
Y'all don't
And
say
if
that
you,
out
sorry to
loud.
say
if you,
that's not
if you
true.
at
You don't
that,
say-
if you
maybe
at
that's
that
not how you
point,
get down, Nikki, and I
No.
believe it. Hear me out.
I'm
Hear me out.
saying
Hear me
they
out.
looking at me like,
I think it's a certain age bracket
It's
of
a-
women.
That's
that-
not true.
bracket.
That's
Bracket.
no. That
It-
y'all.
it- it's
see,
that-
My
It's an
age bracket.
Her age bracket.
My
might-
hey,
age
listen. Can I say
bracket.
something? Can I say
Yeah,
something?
hold on, 'cause my age
It ain't true,
bracket-
man.
Let us
They
listen.
ain't trying to hear it. They
What
not
he
trying to
is
hear it.
focusing on over here, the
What?
30-year-olds. I'm almost.
I ain't say I was focused on. I said
Right.
they're attracted to me.
Okay,
That's what
well,
I said.
My
They ain't
age
listening.
category is attracted to you. I'm a little bit different from some girls in my age category because we Megan Stallions and that shit. It's a lot of get a nigga that can pay your bills, that
Right.
can do this and that for you. But it's because if you're dating a man that is of your age, you're a man. A man's role is a provider. A woman that age, we
Is what?
focusing on. We focusing on, if that's the case, a provider. As that's what it is.
So what was
That's
your-
what I'm saying. No, listen.
her age bracket.
In my age bracket,
But- but-
girls
but-
my age, like 25 to 35 years
Yeah.
old.
But let me
They
say
want
something.
somebody
can
that's
make
gonna
that.
take
They trying to
care
come
But
up.
that's
and
not just.
and
But
play
see,
their
y'all.
role as a man.
So can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead.
How many of y'all have, as a man, dated a woman?
As a man, nobody.
None of y'all, right? Okay, hold
He
on,
said as
hold
a
on.
man.
Hold on.
As a man dated a woman.
Hold on. I asked the question. Hold on. Hold on. No, I'm not. I don't. One thing I don't do. I ain't played games since the 5th grade. Hold on. Hear me out.
I want to hear the question.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Which one of you ladies in this room have dated a woman as a man?
Nobody.
Okay, so when we try to tell y'all something, and this is, we should have one of them. Ding,
Ding, ding.
Maybe y'all should listen.
At least listen.
But what
Listen,
makes you
wait,
think
hold on,
I'm not
hold on, hear
listening?
me out. The man just got finished telling you, I agreed, and the brother here thirded it. That is what we experiencing. You cannot tell us what we experiencing because y'all not dating y'all.
What I'm saying.
Hold on, wait, T, because I got you. Because y'all not wrong. Y'all
Right,
not
that's
wrong.
that's the thing.
That's
I ain't
the
wrong.
thing. But what y'all are not getting is that there are two different sides. And if y'all can't see it from this side, and the only way you can see it from this side is to hear it from this side. Okay. So our experience when we are dating,
chime in.
whether it's 20s, 30s, 40s or 50s, the ideal and the culture of men and women in this country, how it is, like you just said out your mouth, a provider. That's what's okay. So that's what he said. That's how we being approached. Now, I agree with you. The sisters from my generation that I have grown up with, do you know why y'all moved out of that? Because you realized them Negroes wasn't doing it. Most of them didn't have the capacity to do it. So y'all had no choice but to evolve. But that did not change the culture. The culture is the same. Your generation, sister, y'all inherited this stuff. Y'all are not the creators of that. So what we trying to tell y'all is the reason y'all are having these problems with the dating is because, first of all, like she said, like I said, like we all said, is the process. We are following
It
a
is.
cultural routine. And it
Process.
does not, hear me out, it does not work. So
Process.
if you want to know what's the biggest problem, the problem is we got to learn to listen with the desire to understand. When we talk to y'all want to know, but when we talk to y'all tell us, no, that's
fight.
not what we experience.
And that's what y'all
so,
doing now.
So you know what
Yeah, we
happens?
fight.
You know what normally happens?
do
Because I'm going to
fight.
tell you, I seen it in his body. He was about done. He did like this. and that's because, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because
I ain't want to argue.
after we listen, hear me out. Listen, because after you ask us and we tell you and you dispute it, what cause do we have?
Right.
So
We have
Marco,
nothing left.
So Marco, what do we as black women that have been, been taking on the role of the man's
Everything.
job?
Everything.
You say everything.
I'm just keeping it real. Just taking on a man's job. We trying to provide for our family. We don't want our kids to fail. We want our husbands, the people that we actually don't need to be with, we want them to succeed.
And let me tell you,
How
We
do
gotta go
we
around because I want to get in here too.
how do we unify this union that it's been broken
Like
and
this.
that's never been
like
been
this,
taught.
like this, by having a conversation and getting it clear, and then creating a culture by continuing to push the agenda, which shows the truth. The truth is, there's nothing wrong with us. We are doing exactly what we have been trained and taught to do. We remember through slavery, we were pitted against one another.
Absolutely.
So that, and at what point have we? Y'all need to unplug that light. At what point have we did anything or had any kind of counseling as a people to move past that? We haven't. So we still struggle with it. Like you said, like that song, that opening song, what did it talk about? Don't trust, don't trust, don't trust. It's a culture. We're taught to not trust. So if we know y'all are not going to trust us, why in the hell would we trust y'all?
Can I
So
say
the
something?
relationship begins doomed.
Can I say one thing? I truly feel like this. I feel like a lot of the struggle that we have is much of what you guys are saying, but a lot of it is just men are not ready to be the things that we ask them to be. You're just not ready.
So we
Y'all never
I
heard
think
that. You right.
you're
You right.
just not freaking ready to do
right.
it.
But
They're
there's a
not ready.
reason why.
Because
the
they are- they-
socioeconomic. This
you're
is where I'm
talking-
trying to
but
get
you're
to. The
speaking over a generation.
socioeconomic
You're
conditions.
speaking over a generation of young men who were raised by father. The first thing
Yeah,
we need to
true.
answer to your question, the first thing we need is patience and understanding. Y'all have to acknowledge that we are a nation of black men who do not have fathers to raise us. Y'all expecting us to be husbands. Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Hold
Hold
on,
on.
y'all. Hold on.
That's true.
Hold on, y'all expecting us to be husbands and fathers and these great sons when we have no examples. So the first thing we need y'all to do is be patient while we get y'all help in rebuilding this nation of young men.
We need y'all help.
Because
I mean,
we
that's the
cannot do
truth.
it without y'all.
That's
And
the
you're
truth.
not wrong in that, like you said, y'all been carrying it. Y'all been carrying it all
Look at
along.
you.
But hear me out. It is not because it's not by choice.
Wait a minute.
It wasn't by choice.
You say you need our help, right?
Ain't no question.
You saying you need our help, right?
Hey, listen, I said in
so
the
when
beginning
you got
the
the
two
women
together.
that's
Willing to
holding
give-
that's holding they man down, even when they in a jail cell, right?
generations of black.
No, I
when they
can't.
in
I
jail
can't.
cell,
I can't
right?
speak to that. I
When
can't
they-
speak to that. I can't speak
Huh?
to that.
Huh?
I wouldn't tell no. If I went to prison, I wouldn't tell no woman to wait
But
for
no,
me or none of that
no,
to hold
but
me
you
down or none of
should.
that. No, I shouldn't.
Because
No, I shouldn't.
Wait a minute, let me tell you something.
No, I shouldn't.
The woman's the strength, right?
No,
No.
no.
Are you
Unfortunately, we
are you
have been-
telling me that the woman's not the strength?
Yes, I'm
Unfortunately,
telling you
we
the
have
woman
to
is
be
not
the
the
strength
strength.
now, but that's not
Hold
the role
on.
we
No,
we
want.
that's
all,
not.
We can't
We don't
ignore.
want to be the strength
No.
guys.
We
Hold on,
can't
we gotta
ignore
figure out
these-
what that means. What does
No.
the strength mean?
Hold on.
What
We
does the
got.
strength? What does the
Because
strength
if
mean?
you're the strength, what are we?
The strength
And if we're
means-
the strength, what are you?
Let me.
No, right,
on.
right.
You
Listen,
in
see
jail.
that? There's
Let's
listen,
figure that out. Hold on,
There's
hold on, Marco.
Yeah, right.
Hold on, Marco.
Listen,
right?
You in
Right.
jail, right?
What does the
in
strength
jail,
mean?
right.
I'm the strength, right?
No, you not. You still not. You still not.
The fuck.
You know what I need you to do?
Y'all saw power.
If we got kids, you know what I need you to do?
I'm the strength, right?
See, the problem is y'all shopping at Walmart for Cadillac Negroes. That's the problem. That's the problem. Y'all shopping at Walmart for Cadillac
See,
Negroes.
none
That's
of
the
these
problem.
sides.
The
These,
Y'all
lies-
looking in the wrong place. No, I ain't lying.
No, the lies you tell.
I'm
No,
serious, 'cause
that's not right.
I will lock your hair up in jail.
let me tell you
Y'all
something.
be coming in like,
My circle, the men that I run with,
No.
are men of quality, character, and integrity. We
they're
honor
taken.
women. We're
They're
honored,
taken.
and it's a reason why
And
they're
those
taken.
men
There's a
get
reason why
locked
they're
up.
taken.
So we can lead them out of it.
locked up, though.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
mean?
No, you mean locked down?
Locked down.
Oh, okay.
Y'all
You said
skirting
locked
all
up.
around the same issue. It's socioeconomic conditions, it's conditioning, it's Western culture. It's a whole bunch
But
of
no,
things
it's
that
more
keep
to
us.
it than that. We're going to have to take another break.
Yes.
Listen, I want to break down when we come back off the break. I want to talk about the approach that the men are like. This one question I want y'all to answer when we come back off the break. When a man asks me, "Can I see you?" I want you guys to explain what the fuck does that mean when we come back off the break. Back on the KRAZE Show. What the fuck is you talking about? Woo, we are back. Guys, before we went on break, I had a question that I was hoping you guys can chime in on and help us, save us.
Save us.
us, fucking
Yeah,
save
you
us.
do. Save us. I saw that shit.
What was the
I want
question?
you guys to save us.
What was the question?
So the question is, when meeting a guy,
Oh yeah.
and then they ask you, "Can I see you?" I want to know, what do they mean by that?
Okay, so first, let me be clear. Let me clarify this. I don't do that. I don't do that.
You don't do that. That's what I was saying. You guys might not be able to
okay,
relate.
but It's not that we can't relate because we understand it. It's not something that I'm not saying I've never done that. Thing about it is, and this is just being 100. I call myself Mr. True Self because I don't practice lying. I got it good at 14, so I don't have to practice. So here's the thing: the initial attraction is physical.
We gotta admit that.
We know that.
Absolutely.
Men and women.
Y'all not
Men
about
and
to
women.
some dude with bad
Absolutely.
breath snack. It's not happening, right?
Absolutely.
So we recognize that the initial attraction is
It's
physical.
physical.
There's no question about that.
Absolutely.
Now, this is what y'all got to take into account. Every man that meet a woman is not looking for a relationship. He not. So if a guy say to you, "Can I see you?" What we basically say is, "Can I come through?" Which means,
I figured
y'all,
that.
you see what I'm saying? And again, now listen, this is my thing. I'm a relationship kind of guy. I would rather be in a relationship than not. But the thing about it is this. I would rather have somebody who's honest up front about where they are and what they want. The problem with y'all telling us what y'all want up front is, if I really want to get with you, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. And you just gave me a cheat sheet. You told me everything I need to do. You know what I tell my daughter when you meet a guy?
Don't tell him everything.
No. You can tell him what you want to tell him. That don't matter. That's not the issue. Here's the thing. If you think that this guy's only interested in sex, then tell him that's what you're interested in. Ask, hey, listen, you trying to get out? Like, yeah, no.
Hey, you gotta let me know what's
Hold
up.
on,
'Cause I
listen.
ain't really feeling that
Hold
about 14-year-old daughter.
Well, at 14, she shouldn't be having that conversation. My daughters are grown.
Okay.
My daughters are grown. So yes, because the guys approach them with only a desire to have sex.
Yeah.
But of course they hide that. So I tell my daughter to initiate the conversation.
Okay.
You ask him, what's he trying to get out?
Okay. So what's
And
going
when he say yeah, hold on, listen. When he say yes, say, oh, man, you don't be messing with them rubbers and stuff, do you? When he say hell no, you say get your nasty ass away from me. Now you know,
Okay.
right? So again, that's the same scenario here. If you tell a guy what you want, my expectation is da, and all he trying to do is get physical, he go pay that tab. He go do that up front.
Yeah, he is.
But again, the dating process eliminates all of that. If we create a culture where dating exists in a way that allows both people on sides of the relationship to form a true, honest opinion about who they dealing with.
So let's talk about how to date. Let's talk about how to date.
Drop the requirements.
Hey,
Well, the
Marco.
requirements
And the
don't happen
expectation.
on the
Hey
first
Marco,
date. The
how you
requirements don't
doing?
happen on the
Hey,
second date.
hey Marco, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and you? How you doing?
You good?
I am.
Okay, how old are
It's
you?
not like
48.
Chuck
Oh.
Woolery type shit. What
I'm
y'all
just
on?
saying. But,
We back into it too.
but I'm just saying, like, you got to.
But listen, let's
you
go
gotta
back to what she said. The compatibility, right? So when we start this dating process, we should be finding what this kid, because my best friend is a young lady by the name of DeSheryl Smith Witts. I call her
Salute to
Smitty
her.
Witty,
Yes,
right?
Smitty Witty.
What
Smitty
else?
Witty, right? And this is
Smitty
my
Witty.
this is
What's
my
up?
this is my friend,
Yeah.
right? No questions about it, hand down. In fact, I talked to her earlier today. This is my friend, right?
Smitty Witty.
Whatever it is that I need to talk to her about, I'm comfortable with talking to her about it.
We all got that.
Oh, yeah, we no, all of us don't. Most males don't have healthy relationships. We don't, have, especially healthy male relationships. They're not, because the thing about it is, you can see her having never met her before in the grocery store, and she could be in the aisle crying, and you walk up, put your hand on her shirt, and say, "Baby, what's going on?" If I see this nigga on the line crying, I'm probably gonna go the other way.
His bitch ass nigga.
Because that's the teacher. Am I? So again, if you don't understand the culture, if you don't understand what's happening on this side of the ball, it's hard for y'all to adjust. No doubt, the black woman has been carrying the torch for a very long
Salute.
time, and it's gonna require y'all to help carry it a little longer. Not to carry it, but to help carry it a little longer.
Tell us how
Long.
to
No,
care.
tell us
I
how
just
long.
told you to drop the requirements. When you drop the
Tell us how
requirements,
long.
watch this. This what happened when you drop. Hear me out. Listen. This what happened when you drop the requirement and the expectation. You get a listen. When you drop the requirement, listen. When you drop the requirement and the expectation, when you drop those things, you allow a person to get to be who they are. Then y'all get an opportunity to make a fair assessment.
Let me ask you
Because if you
this.
tell me what I need to do,
While
I'm
we're
not
dropping
gonna
everything, what are you guys doing?
just tell you.
What are you guys doing while
Which
we're
one?
dropping everything?
Which one?
When you say drop the expectations and all that, what are you
I'm
guys
not talking about
doing?
y'all. I'm talking about on both sides.
Okay.
I'm not talking about
He said in
female.
general.
I'm not talking about females.
Everybody.
I'm talking about a
he said in
period.
general.
I'm talking about dating. The process is
Right.
corrupt. It's broken. It does not work. What y'all expect
Yeah. That's
don't work. What we expect don't work.
not working.
It's not working.
But that's why I'm trying to
So
get.
we're trying to figure
my
out.
my
trying
thing
to
with all of
figure out
Well,
that.
I just told you. Drop the expectation. Practice. We got the first
Okay,
step.
listen.
Compatibility. Drop the
Expectations, though.
expectation. Get to know who we are.
Trust the process.
So listen.
That's the
Okay,
big thing.
And while we're doing all
is
that, can you
trust
guys
the
promise to
process.
wait for the sex? Or it's
No,
not?
no, we will not.
We can say trust the
No,
process,
listen.
right?
No, listen.
Let me
Oh,
let me tell y'all something. Like we
I'ma tell y'all
really
something,
gotta
too.
speak in general of what we need. We can say speak into the process, do whatever, all that. Look, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to get.
Right.
If you can't give it, keep it moving.
But see
If I
again,
can't
now
give it,
see y'all
keep
just
it
asked,
moving.
but you just asked.
No,
y'all,
but
see,
I'm
listen.
just saying.
My mama always told me,
Man, y'all not
you
listening.
can show
Listen,
a
listen,
person
listen.
Y'all
how
not
to treat
listening.
you
But
better than you
I'm
can
just
tell
saying
them.
in general,
Okay.
for men and women, we're not speaking for what we want.
But
and
y'all,
what we
but
need
again,
from
y'all
each
have to
other.
deal with the reality of what y'all got. What y'all got. Listen, sister, you got to deal with the hand that's been dealt, not the hand you want to play. And the hand that y'all were unfortunately dealt is, like I said, a young nation of men who have not been raised up properly. So you can do one or two things. Hear me out. You can do one or two things, like y'all just said. You can be patient or not. But at the end of the day, it's not y'all fault, and it's not y'all responsibility. But if you want to be a part, of the healing process, of the reconnecting process, then you're gonna have to be patient. Is it fair? Probably not. But I didn't get no note taped to my diaper telling me that life was gonna be fair. So have y'all endured more than y'all should? Absolutely. But the thing about it is,
but when do it
unfortunately,
What am I supposed to
when
do,
the
King?
nation.
What am I supposed to do, King?
What did you tell me you was gonna do? Hold him down. Ain't that what you
I
said?
never
For
said that.
400
You,
more
you
years.
just got finished saying if he go to jail, hold him down. Listen, I'm
No,
somewhat of a.
I was speaking in
For
general.
400
We
more
are speaking in
years.
general.
But I never said that.
No, wait, listen. Let's be clear. I'm not
not
sure
me.
about. I'm not sure about the guys y'all been waiting, but ain't no woman
I'ma
been
hold my
getting.
son
Ain't
down,
no
but I
woman
ain't
been
holding
carrying.
no nigga down.
Listen, but he a man, right?
That's what I'm saying. Then we gotta
He's a
hold
man.
our
Wait, hold on,
sons
hold on.
down.
Listen,
I'm gonna hold my son down.
he a man though, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and here's a part of the problem. Let's be clear about something. Y'all really want to talk about it. Most of these young men, the problem that we having with them is the way that the mother are treating them.
Yep.
So let's be honest about this.
But listen,
Y'all have
unfortunately,
yeah,
guess what?
yeah,
We
yeah.
do the best
so
we
let's
can.
be
Because
So we talking about two sides of the same coin, though.
No, y'all not. Some women are putting men on child support and keeping them away from their kids because the relationship didn't work.
Let me tell you.
I don't know any women that did that or that does
I
that.
can introduce you to a few.
I don't know any women. Women.
Y'all talking about two
child
sides of the
support
same
is
coin.
for the parent that's outside of the home.
Yeah,
Period.
but the thing about
There's no way around that. If you don't live in the home,
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not
Thank
what.
you.
It's not needed.
It's not needed.
And it's
Not
not
necessary.
working.
man.
And it's not working.
I
Thank you,
never
sister.
condone that.
Thank you, sister.
never condone.
Hey, bro, listen.
Child
Let me say
support.
this.
But they will find.
But
a
I
way.
also now let me say this.
Listen.
Now, thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Now let me say
can I
this.
say something?
Let me say this. No, you right. And let me listen.
Y'all, we got to keep it level wise, though. Listen, though. Listen. Some fathers have done nothing but for their kids. But
Hey,
child
listen.
support.
I was
If
about
child
to
support
say.
wasn't
Listen.
in
Let me be
place,
clear.
they cut
Let me
it.
be
That's
clear.
not fucking
I don't.
fair.
That's what it is.
Well, listen.
Child support is in
y'all.
place.
Move on.
I think
Child support is in place for that.
I think our discussion is progressing because we really talking about dating.
Yeah.
You know,
we are
child support. That's whole.
That's another show.
KRAZE.
I got to do that one.
That is another show.
But listen.
I
Let me.
might get shot.
Yeah, listen. Okay, so listen. Let me. Listen, let me make sure I clarify. Let me make sure what I let me make sure I clarify what I was saying. Let me clarify what I was saying because I don't in any way condone a man not stepping up to his responsibility. Right. In no way, shape, or form. I'm nobody's deadbeat daddy, and I ain't no deadbeat daddy advocate. Plain and simple. If you make them, take care of them.
Right.
So, but what I'm saying is, guys, like realistically, the question is now y'all think y'all struggle. Y'all think y'all struggle. Y'all understand that as black women, y'all are the most desired being on the planet. I know it don't feel like it sometimes, but that's the absolute truth. Now listen.
I would say subjected,
hold on.
but not subject. Yeah.
No, okay, hold on, now, sister. That's a fact. No, that's a fact, sister. That's a fact. Now listen. Now hear me out.
You can pull it back to him.
Now hear me out. Also this, y'all also have to understand that y'all are connected to the most hated man on the planet.
Absolutely.
Y'all have to understand.
We've been talking about two sides of the same coin, though. I mean,
we're not talking about two sides of the same. That's not two sides of the same coin. One is loved and the other is hated, sister. That's not two sides of the same coin. That's not. Exactly. That is not two sides of the same coin.
Are we gonna talk about who oppressed more? Are we gonna talk about who oppressed more? Who hated more?
We definitely can. We definitely can.
We gonna do that.
We can. I'm well versed in it. We definitely can.
But no, we're not gonna keep going against each other.
No, we not against each other.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. It's not a battle.
No, that's not.
That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to go.
Listen, this is
statistic with you. I'm trying
to do. This is what Tasha
to the understanding.
Tasha Mack, that's my boo. Like she brought us together from your
solutions.
From your background, from my background, how we can come together and just solidify this culture. Where we can date, we can have fun.
Right.
Let's tell each other the truth.
Right.
Well, I mean,
no.
That's why I said drop the expectation. And when I said
what?
that, what did y'all say?
Marco,
What y'all gonna drop?
I want to say something.
I
want to say something. I want to say one thing, guys. I told my sister this, and she thought it was unbelievable. But okay, so you meet a guy, right? Guy's dating for a little bit. I told my sister, I feel like whoever that person was having sex with prior to meeting me, you continue on through the whole process of just dating me. That don't change until the woman is ready to change it. Some men come into it thinking, just because we exchange numbers, it's time to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See,
I feel like you.
That's not true.
No, I do. Whoever you was doing it with, keep doing it. Like, because I'm
crazy.
But guess what?
That's not true.
I'm talking about whoever you was sexually involved with. That's who you can see.
So Taj, but let me tell you something. Like, no, Taj.
I ain't talking about no situation.
Listen, wait. Let me say this. I think that what she's trying to say.
No. You guys are missing the point. Go ahead.
I think what she's trying to say is, when I meet somebody new, I'm not interested in him cutting off what he's doing. Keep doing you, because I'm not about to do that.
That's where
I'm not about to do that. We're not about to start having sex because we exchange another. Continue doing you. And again.
You're not obligated to that.
We don't say that in that lingo.
Well, hold on. But again,
we don't say that in that lingo.
No, down to the nitty gritty.
Okay, so again, we talk about. Well,
You
think
be
about
like,
it.
hey.
But again, that's because
friends.
look, but that's because that's what. But that's what.
Well, how long we supposed to take to get
But
to
that's
know
what
each
works.
other?
See, this
Back
is-
we back to that.
It's
How long we supposed to take?
When you gonna stop letting it work? Think about it. How often? Because here go my thing.
Being real about shit. Now I'm ready. You into me. You can cut all up. I'm about to cut
Well,
off.
Dad, you know what she just
Now
did?
it's me and you. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Because men come into it thinking it's time to hit it. Man, I done been talking about it for a whole week and I ain't got none yet.
We want to hit it.
They come into it thinking they get some right off the bat. I'm talking about after 40 though.
Yeah, they do.
Guys still come at me like that. It's like,
So let me say this. So let
bro,
me
you're
say
not
this.
watching
Let
the
me-
news. You're not seeing everything.
So let me say this, guys. 'Cause
I can't
Now
let
this
you in
her
my
experience.
house yet.
Now, just
didn't
like
know
y'all
you.
said, don't ignore y'all experience. This her experience. Niggas want it off the bat. What?
I'm just
so
saying,
listen.
like, bro, no.
But listen, so here's the thing. And I'm gonna be completely honest, right? So
Sit down on that one.
Okay, because no. Hey, listen, I promise. Hey, listen, I'm the kind of guy that go on social media and post things that say, if I hit him, he hit me first. If I took it back, you didn't pay for it. And if I cheated, she probably cheated first. Call me a liar. I go on Facebook and post those kind of things. And the reason I do that is because I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm confident in who I am. I'm not the kind of man that's going to let some woman persuade me to pay her for sex, chip in on the bill, none of that. I'm not about to give you 5 orgasms, do all this humping and bumping, and then leave a tip. I'm not that dude. It's not going to happen.
For my GT.
Yeah, and so, right, yep, and like that girl said, lights on, lights on.
Okay.
You
So
know
what
I'm
about
saying?
the being a gentleman part? When you said chivalry isn't dead, you meet a girl, you dating a girl, y'all have a date. You know, you guys drove different cars to the location.
Right.
Does she have any gas? Would you?
What I got to do with her
gas
gas?
in the tank?
I mean,
No,
if
it's
she
not
didn't
his
have,
obligation.
if she did
I'm
not,
saying,
listen,
even if
listen,
she did.
if she did not
It's
have,
the offering
obligation.
of
Hear me out,
chivalry
hear
isn't
me out, hear
dead.
me out.
Being a gentleman.
okay, you
It
asked
is.
the question, you gonna keep on asking it, or you want to let me
I want
answer?
to make sure the details,
Listen,
you know what
I don't need. Listen, let me put it like this: if I see somebody on the street hungry, I'm gonna feed them.
Right.
So if a woman that took the time to come out on a date with me don't have enough gas to get home, hell yeah, I'm gonna give her gas to get home.
bullshit.
In fact, if she tell me up front, listen, hold on. If she tell me up front that she don't have enough gas to make it to the date, and I want to date her, I'm gonna cash app her the money.
No.
But hold on,
no
let me
black
clear. No, let me
woman
be
doing
clear.
that
But
shit.
let me be clear. That's because I know how to date a woman. That's what I would do for
Properly.
him. If he said, "Yo, what?" If I call, say, "Man, what you doing tonight, Kev? I want to hang out." He said, "Man,
Properly.
listen, I just got finished buying a boat, and I ain't got no cash. Yo, listen, I'm about to cash app you 50. Meet me at the spot." So so why would I not do that to a young lady that I'm dating? And the reason I'm okay with doing that is because I'm not giving her this because she gonna be my woman, because I don't date with that intent. So I would do that for my homeboy or a girlfriend. Huh?
You fine and all, but you ain't passing up the bullshit now.
Who?
Come on.
Hey, listen, man, you better check
Come
my
on
jacket.
now.
You better check my jacket. I'm funny acting with my shit.
You ain't
for
got
real,
no
for real.
jacket on
Shit.
right
What's your
now.
sign?
I know that's my whole point.
What's your
You can't
sign?
even
What's your
find
sign?
Taurus 516.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm a Taurus too.
Yeah.
So let me tell
What's your
you,
actual thing?
Don't
What's
call
your
for the
actual-
bullshit. Okay?
Hey, listen.
Don't
At the
come
end of
for
the
the
day,
bullshit.
at the end
Hold on.
of
Why you
Because
saying
go ahead,
most-
get a kid.
You know what?
Go ahead,
To
get a
be
kid.
honest, I ain't want to do all.
Don't get a kid. Kev,
Now
I'm
she don't want to talk.
In the mic,
I don't want to
man.
do. I don't want to do
Turn
all
it
the
to you.
Taurus
There you
shit.
go.
But it's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
because you say so.
Is zodiac important?
Is
Yeah, it matters.
Why does it matter?
Hold on, no.
Because
no.
character
She said-
traits.
Hold on,
She ain't got no answer. Man, listen, man. She ain't got no answer for
It's
that.
controversy.
She ain't got no.
Like,
She ain't got no answer for that.
controversy.
So listen. Hear me out. Here's the thing. This is what I want. This is what I want y'all to get. This is what I want y'all to get. It's not something that. It's not that it's something wrong with us, and it's not that it's something wrong with y'all. It's that it's something wrong with all of us. And until we take the time
Programmed.
to sit down and actually have the
This is
conversation like we're doing now, when I say to y'all sisters, drop the expectation, I'm not saying dropping your values. I'm not saying accept some man who's not gonna get out here and bust his ass to provide.
Did you
what
hear?
I'm saying is
He looking at
what
you.
I'm saying is
Did you see
what-
that?
But I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when you drop your expectations of a man
Absolutely.
and support him in being who he is, then you get the best version of him.
That's the
See
truth.
that other
That's
version,
no- That's the
that
truth.
other version, that other version
you
is a
tell us?
watered down version of him. If I stop being who I am to fit the mold that you desire, guess what? You know what? You know who gonna know I had to change in order for you to accept me? I'm gonna know that. You know what that's gonna do to my self-esteem and my self-respect? It's gonna make me feel like I had to compromise in order for you to accept me. And at some point, I'm gonna resent you, and I'm gonna cheat on you, or I'm gonna leave your ass.
Ask you this real
Amen.
quick, just to pick up.
Amen.
What if
Amen.
the requirements that she's asking
Amen. Amen.
you really makes you a better person?
Don't
Amen.
require it of me.
Don't require
No, hear
nothing.
me out. Here, let me finish.
Don't
I
require
wanna hear
nothing.
that.
Toya,
Listen,
Don't
listen,
require
listen.
nothing.
Don't require it of me. Encourage me, because here's the thing.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
that's what
support me in being the best version of who I am.
Whatever that
I
might be.
not be able to sing. I might not be able to rap.
You
but
might not be able to build a bear.
But I might be able to build a bear. I might not be able because T in the music, she in the build a bear shit, right? So if I'm a build a bear shit, then I can't holler at T.
How we gonna come
Cause I'm a build the
together?
bear. I can't fuck with music.
But
No.
how
So
we
how
gonna
about this? How about I be me, you be you, and we walk together as long as we enjoy one another's
That's
company.
true.
And
Let's
at whatever
let's
point
figure it out.
it no longer works,
can
then
roll
we
with that.
part ways.
And love.
Now, if you build your relationship on that foundation, it'll work because we'll do things to lovers that we'll never do to friends.
Hello.
Part 1 of Dating and the
Did y'all
D. Be
hear
right
that?
back, y'all. We gotta take another
Did y'all
break.
hear that?
KRAZE show Papa with this
Did
one.
y'all hear that?
We coming right back.
The KRAZE Show.
We're back, guys.
Yep.
Still talking about dating in a D. So, guys, some last thoughts from me. I think what we're saying, like in a nutshell, is we want you guys to take control again. Like a lot of men have really taken a step back in the relationship, in the households, and it's not necessarily you two men, but on the whole. And I just want to see you guys take the control back, step up, be the men. Like, and when I say be strong, not the James Evans strong, but the Ice Cube strong. You know what I'm saying? A successful strong.
See, James Evans was broke. Ice Cube ain't.
That's what I'm saying.
James was strong. James was strong.
James was mad. James was mad to the motherfucker.
James was strong. James desperate,
Motherfucker, I'm singing this shit.
Circumstances relate to that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
James Evans strong.
you know, in closing, I just want to see men be men again.
I do. I want to see men be men again too.
Oh, you know what? I was going to say this because I was scrolling. Listen, real quick, guys. I was scrolling down my timeline, right? And I seen just like regular people post things. And it was funny because a lot of them was related to, you know, what we're talking about. So I said I was going to throw it out here and see what you guys thought about a couple of them that I had screenshotted real quick, okay?
If I did it, they had it coming.
What you mean?
That's just my disclaimer. I keep that.
Okay, so this is one guy. His name is Eddie Smith. Eddie Smith had posted, you got to find a woman that makes $10 to $13 an hour because them $14 to $20 an hour women don't listen. The 20-plus hour women don't even have ears on the side of their heads. Guys, like, how true is this?
I mean, rewind to the
Can I
first
say something? I feel
the
like
episode.
social media have us looking at shit differently.
Yeah,
It really does. It really does.
yeah.
But I do think there's a disconnect, and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I'm a good communicator, but I haven't always been a good listener.
That's the problem.
And the truth is, it wasn't until my last relationship that I learned how to listen with the intent to understand. Shout out to my ex-wife, or I don't call her ex, but shout out to Crystal West, because she taught me that I didn't know how to listen to understand. I was listening, waiting
That's
to find
important,
some shit
too.
I mean, listen, nope, I got your ass now, and you know, and the thing about it was, but that's what I was listening for, because you know, at times in a relationship, it felt like I was at battle, or it was war, or it was conflict, and you want to win the argument, you want to win the situation, you want to win the day, and in those instances, you lose sight of the fact that all you truly need to do is listen to understand.
So she
because
taught
when
you.
understand,
She taught you.
Absolutely, she did.
She taught you.
Absolutely, I'm teachable.
Shout out to Crystal.
Right. Shout out
Shout out to
her.
Marco.
Shout out
to Marco.
Hey, but that's the truth because, to be honest, we don't know what we doing. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak to you, Marco.
I second you.
But we don't know what we doing. We know what we want. We know what we want to do. We feel like that. But we need to be tamed down. We need to make sure we start thinking logically and making sure we complete things in a way that makes sense to the world. Not necessarily sense to us, but sense to the world and our families and our people and our friends and all that other stuff. So I value the input, you know, that women give to us, because otherwise we just gonna be out here.
Yeah, it's not a matter of us not trusting one another. It's a matter of us not knowing one another.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, when we look back through history, what are the examples of strong relationships? You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real, be realistic. Look at what we had. Like you said, we had the Evans, we had the Jeffersons, we had the what was the Fresh Prince name? What was their last name? the banks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we had the Huxtables, and y'all see what they did to Heath.
But that wasn't reality, though.
No, but it's
That was
that's
some-
not
some
true.
homes.
That's not true.
In
some
That's not-
homes,
that's
it
not
was- it's
true.
a reality
That
for
is-
some
That
people.
is the reality. But the unfortunate fact is, it's not the commonality.
That's what it was.
It's not as common as it should be. Those are nothing. Those were not, again. Because we talk about different walks of life. James Evans.
There was a
his
bunch of
family-
James Evans
his family,
stories.
his family struggled. The banks, they excel. George was on his way up.
Financially, though.
But
Financially.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, financially, but you look within a relationship and you still see conflict. So when we look around our community, the truth is, what do we see? We see a lot of conflict, a lot of abuse, a lot of disrespect, and for the most part, we have seen women carrying the torch. So in order to balance this thing out, which is in my belief exactly what we need, and that's why, like I said, I hold women in the highest regard. Anybody who know me know that I constantly elevate any and every woman.
Right.
I'm holding every door. No question, no fail. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate you. And at the end of the day, it has to become common. When we take these things and make them common, they become acceptable again. We live in a culture that teaches us to disrespect and to degrade women. And the thing about it is, we celebrate it. We celebrate
True.
the degrading
We
of our
do.
women
That's true.
because it's putting
We
money
do.
in the community. And again, I can't think of it. It was a diss song. It was an old rap song. And somebody said it was an Ice Cube song. He said, lady said, they killed my baby and he ain't hurt nobody and he still got smoked at baby's party. It's the community. It's the culture. These things. It does not matter what you into. The community doesn't have a voice. A voice. Culture has a voice.
So what we are doing right now is creating
Giving a voice to a new culture.
absolutely.
A culture that.
So we, instead of speaking the problem, we're gonna speak the solution. So
Yeah.
what is the solution?
And it's
That
gonna be
means
our
that we
closing
We unified.
But how?
thoughts.
So,
It's
hey,
tough. It's tough because I have a
We
14.
unified.
I have a 14-year-old daughter. My daughter is, we've been in COVID, but I think she's starting to like boys. It's a problem.
We could chase them
Right.
off.
All right, I hit you up.
Like Barnes.
But-
Laugh about that. Like,
but-
no, that's serious.
But
like, serious.
how do I raise my daughter? Do I raise her to rely on a man? Do I raise her to be
No.
independent? Do I, so those are questions that I come
You can't
I
raise
come
her.
to myself.
You can't
So
raise her.
one of the things that I do, I want to teach her how to do things by herself. But I'm not teaching her to do things by herself.
Right.
I want her to know how to do things by herself. And I don't dictate to her what to expect from a man. I don't dictate to her how to appreciate and respect a man. I don't do that. I just try to be a good father to her.
And show her how a man.
Father is the,
that's
the
an
first
example
example
is the
of
best,
the man.
Yeah.
That's her first. That's the best way she can get it anyway.
She's gonna watch you regardless.
And I think that's all you can really do is show her how a man should roll on all levels.
You can't show her anything. She's gonna watch you.
You
And
just
let
show her
me
what a
tell
real
you,
man look like.
Like, I'm not jaded. I had an excellent father and 5 excellent uncles. I got great men all around me. I'm not jaded about the condition of men. And that's all we got to do is first stop saying y'all and generalizing. Everybody is different. Everything is individual. And we just got to stop stereotyping each other and just start from the base point with an understanding that, if you in this for whatever you in it for, just be upfront.
Yeah, and I think
Be
honesty is
upfront
really the
about
key.
who
I
you
think
are.
I
that's
think
what we
honesty
lack.
is really
Just
comes
be
down to
upfront.
That's what we lack.
on
you know.
all levels,
And on
though.
all
Y'all make
levels.
us lie to y'all.
No.
Nah,
Be
no.
upfront.
You know what? It's not
That was a
about.
joke.
It's just not
It
about
was a joke.
the
But-
man
but, I mean, it was a
perspective.
joke,
It's
but
the
it wasn't
woman.
a
We
joke.
kind of lie about certain things
Well,
too.
but hear
like,
me out. We already talked about this, so it ain't But when y'all tell us what y'all want, you invite us to lie to
but
y'all.
those sometimes be lies
I-
too.
No, that's
again,
not true. I'm not accepting
listen,
that.
see, I know you don't.
I'm
want-
not accepting
I know
that.
You don't want
There's
to,
no
but
Well,
listen,
that's the
reason.
character
what I'm
of the
saying.
individual.
That's the truth.
That's the
Mark,
There's
truth.
no
Speaking the
reason
truth.
for you to
Listen
tell a
me.
lie.
That's
Speaking
the
the truth.
character of the
Listen,
But if you
individual.
stay in that
Yes.
mentality,
If he
you won't
continue
fix
to
it.
perpetuate
Listen,
something he is
you
not.
can say that. You can
You
say
won't
that if you
fix
want to,
it.
but if you tell a man you like flowers, he gonna bring you flowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what he's
Okay,
supposed
that's
to do.
what I'm talking about. So if you
Yes.
tell a man you like somebody who cut the grass, we gonna cut the grass.
Marco, I believe
hold on,
I
wait,
believe
hold
what
on,
you're
hold on.
saying,
So hear
but
me
we
out. Come on,
lie
hear me
some
out.
fucking
Okay, hear me
times
out.
too.
We ain't talking about whether you lie or not. We know some of y'all lie like rugs. That ain't the point. What I'm saying is, when I say to you, you always have to consider the human condition. If a man is interested in you and you tell him what he needs to do to get you, that's what he gonna do. He's gonna become what you want him to do. Now, I understand what you said. That shouldn't be the case. He should be comfortable and confident enough in who he is. But you know that's not who you're dealing with.
Sorry.
You're
You gotta
dealing with a
deal-
broken man.
Yeah.
Who's the most hated man on the planet.
And we didn't
And if
tell
you
him
don't
what
have
the
the
fuck we
patience,
really
if you
needed.
do not have the patience to deal with him, the tribulation that he had to face, then maybe you should look
You
at
know,
So
My-
bottom
but-
line, you should
Okay.
deal with yourself. Everybody should deal with themselves, deal with their lack of self-esteem based on.
fucked up.
That sound good, but
listen.
most men are not having those.
But
kind of
let's just
conflicts.
say
That's
it.
one
But
show
that, we're
up.
talking about solutions.
That's
What,
the
you keep
solution.
saying what most men ain't.
Right.
Say
You
it,
keep
Chris.
saying what
So
people
what you
ain't.
giving us,
Don't
you,
let
but
that
you're not
man
giving
cut
us a
you off.
solution to a problem we
Don't
have.
let him cut you
But
off.
Give us
listen,
a solution
Whatever
to a
your
problem we have.
solution is, whatever your solution is, whether that's
Don't
more
let him cut you
remember,
off.
whether that's more education, whether that's more money, whether that's your own house that you could call your own, whether that's custody of your children. Because men, we need men. If you
So
don't-
I have.
if you
I-
feel
I've
that way,
had
you need
custody
to
of my
fight.
children.
You need
I
to
live in a
So hold on.
$450,000 house. I
Shut
work
it
for
down.
no man, and I'm still single. So explain that.
Down, DJ.
Oh, one of my
Everything's
let me just say
individual.
this real quick.
Shut it
When
down,
I say
okay.
be honest, I'm speaking on like I make $5,000 a week and you make 1,500. You know, that kind of shit. Don't exaggerate to the point where, because when you do that, you setting yourself up for the woman to expect something from you.
Yeah, them
Oh,
like-
this nigga
yeah.
balling. But if you're honest to a woman, hey, this is where I'm at in life. This is what I make. I got to take care of my son. You know, and she's the same way. Then you guys know what to expect out of the relationship. Period.
But is that
Stop
happening?
sending the representative.
Is that happening?
See, a lot of men send that representative prior to them real self.
And that's what I'm trying to
May
get.
not be.
like,
Just
Marco
be
to
real.
understand.
But
it's the first
Like,
step.
what
Not that
We
Marco
talk about
don't understand.
solutions.
What we
It's just
need
you can't,
when we
you
collab,
can't, listen,
like,
you can't
you know,
spread,
our
you
chemistry
can't
might
spread
be
bullshit
our
on
sexual
a sandwich
chemistry
and
might
call
be
it
like, you know what,
peanut butter.
damn, you know, he feeling me, I'm feeling him. Let's
That's
keep
what
it
should be
100.
about. All
Let's
this-
keep it 100.
That's what it's about on
It's-
the
it's-
men.
I mean, I agree with y'all.
And some women,
100%.
like, let's do
But the
it.
problem
Like,
is,
we
that's
can
not the
go
culture.
further
So
in
how
life.
do we get? The thing is, we have been walked into this dysfunctional form of relationship. Until we walk out of that place with an understanding that we are actually in that place, then there is no
So
solution.
how do we get in the place?
By
we keep talking
by
about.
dropping the expectation and letting people be who they be. And if
If
they
we
don't
drop
fit
the
you,
expectation,
then
men
hear me
will
out,
walk
T.
all over us.
That's not true. That's not
I've
true.
done that too
Hear what
many
I said,
times,
sis.
and
said,
I ended
drop
up
the
with zeros
expectation.
every time.
No,
And
drop
I'm just
the-
being real.
drop
When
the
you giving them a
expect-
chance to be, okay, I'll give you a chance. Show me who you are. And you never can show me. You never can show me.
Then don't let him in, sis.
But
Don't
what-
let
but
him
what-
in.
that's the thing. What are you looking for, though? You said
Yeah,
show
don't
me
let
who
him
you
in.
are.
When he
Responsible
does not
man.
show who
Is
he-
that
who
not
he fits,
something
don't
that's-
let him in. That's why
Can
I
we
said
require a
everything.
responsible
I'm just
man?
saying,
I mean
Marco.
responsible on all levels.
Let me tell you something.
Just responsible.
Like, at the end of the day, as a woman, she should never be in this position without a man putting her there.
No question.
Right.
I'm
Period.
just saying.
I agree.
Period.
I agree.
So by her being in this position without a man putting her there, she's
Mm-hmm.
going to always question niggas' integrity. Like,
and she should.
Like,
and she should until
And their intentions, too.
But again, that's why I encourage y'all
3
to
minutes.
create a serious dating process that gives you the opportunity to get to know who a person is without the expectation. If you create an expectation,
no
hear me out, love. Hear me
expectation.
out. I'm not saying with you.
We gotta do
what
a
I'm
part
saying
2.
is if we can create an atmosphere where we can date. If I say, hey T, if I call T and say, hey, let's go hang out, she's not gonna think I'm trying to get with her. She's like, what's happening? You just back in
Right.
the city for sure.
Right.
And if we hang out under that circumstances, we will both be free to be who we are, and
That's
we will
the truth.
figure out what kind of compatibility we
I
actually
know.
You might
have.
go home and be
But-
like, God
but
damn.
if I say to T,
I
I've been
know.
feeling you since we was kids.
Yeah.
I want to come get you and let's hang.
Right.
I have already created an expectation. Now she got to do her hair. She wasn't about to do that shit. She was putting it on a ponytail because her homeboy was coming to get her. But because I expressed that expectation,
Yeah, that's
now
true. That's true.
So what I'm
That's
saying
true.
is, if we can reverse the idea of it, dating means we about to hang out. I'm not about to be your man.
Right,
Stop
exactly.
calling me that.
That's
just
what
about
we
to,
need
gonna
to
get some
solidify.
pretzel. We want to get some
Say that.
cereal.
That's a
We
Say
solution.
that.
go to the movies.
Say
That's
that.
a
What the
solution.
dating
Say
is.
that.
So that's
Say
the
that.
solution. The solution is back
Mo,
up
I'm
out
about to
that
come pick
garbage
your ass
where
up.
there's an expectation. And see, listen, to me, dating is no different than hanging out with a homeboy.
Yep.
We
So-
about to
so
go
what you
have
did-
fun
what
and
you-
see how we get along.
What you did, Marco, you dropped the expectation.
You dropped the expectation.
expectation.
Now she's free to be whoever she is.
Well, I think
Now
that would have to
find
go
out if she
back
actually
to
works.
the approach
Like
of the
T
man
said,
then,
her
because
representative-
there's a way to ask a woman out that she'll pick up like he's trying to get at me. Hey babe, what you doing tomorrow? You want to do a movie and dinner? That's not no hangout type of vibe.
Right, them dating.
So it's
them,
so
them
it would
old school dating.
It goes on how you approach the woman. If you say, hey, like you said, let's throw on something. Our girl, put on your baseball cap. We about to go smoke or something like that. That's a different vibe.
Yeah, but
so it's on your approach how you approach
absolutely.
the women.
We got to
And
start
what-
off.
you
We
know
got
what
to
I mean?
start off with this conversation. Like, okay, so listen, I want to take you on a date. Okay, well, what does a date mean to you? Before we go,
Unfortunately, we have
what
to
do
go
you
there
mean
now,
date? Oh,
'cause
and
we're
listen,
not
I just
getting
wanna go
nowhere.
out-
Let's
I want to
go.
go out and get something to eat. The Yankees is in town. I heard you said you like Tigers.
Let's
You want to
keep it 100.
We got to
You know what I'm
now.
saying?
We gotta
Because
keep
there's so
it
many.
100.
Everything else the men I've ran into. Everything
We
else I say
fucking
other
gotta
than
keep it
direct,
100.
it's misleading.
Like we gotta
It's
fucking keep it
misleading.
100 with each other because
Of
3
course.
months down the line we be like, damn.
When the truth
The-
when the truth shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
the
man,
3 months down the line.
I would
is-
rather a woman tell me. I would rather a woman tell me that I'm not interested in sex. I'm not interested in marriage. I'm not interested in a relationship. But I am bored as hell. I'm tired of hanging out with my homegirls, and I'm looking for a
Yeah,
male friend
that's being
that I
real.
can hang out
I
with.
got
keep
married to
it
that lady.
100.
Right.
That's the woman you married.
And
I
you
got
wanted
married to that
that's
lady.
you
the
wanted to
one
keep
you
that
married.
lady, didn't you? Want that lady back at one point. I'm just
You
playing,
got
kid.
married to that lady.
I,
just
no, I
playing.
got married to that lady.
That's the one you
Damn.
wanted.
You
That's
know,
the one we looking
she-
for.
she told
the
me
one
she
who
wasn't
does not
trying to do that.
require
He
me
said
to be
he
who
get-
I am not.
Marco, he said he got married to that lady.
Yeah,
he
good
didn't
job.
stay married.
Yeah, but hey, sometimes you can't.
Hey, we
Sometimes
cool.
you can't.
Hey.
because she may not have stayed. She may not have stayed that lady.
Oh, she stayed that lady.
Just let you
I don't know.
what
Though.
it
I don't
is.
know. I don't know though.
Hey, y'all sitting here texting. I was texting her because we got a daughter. But we
Right.
got the best relationship and we raising our daughter together. And I mean, but seriously, because when it's that extra stuff, it causes all this stuff that's unnecessary.
All
Can
right.
y'all imagine being
So-
the most hated person on the planet?
And that's
Yeah.
we are.
Think
Y'all
about
don't realize that.
Wait, hold on. What
Seriously.
was that? What was that? You see her? She like,
I want to know.
Could y'all imagine what it's like being the most hated and feared person on the planet?
It's the black man.
Yeah.
But could you imagine being that person?
No, I don't
How
want
many,
to ever.
how many
Right.
black male
don't-
CEOs is it
I-
in this country as compared
I
to
don't.
women, black women? How many more? It's a
don't wanna ever-
patriarchal society. In
Sister,
what way
got-
you
you
do
might
it?
want to cut that mic off because that's the wrong.
It's
wrong.
a patriarchal
What you mean?
society.
It may be a patriarchal society, sister, but the way black men are treated in it is nowhere near equivalent to any other person on this planet. If
Yeah, I
you don't know
agree.
that,
I
if you don't
agree.
know that, I'm gonna kick back.
I agree.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say y'all oppressed. I understand that.
You
It's
could
much
not-
incarcerated, all of that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
bypassing
patriarchal-
that
Yeah,
and creating
yeah,
a different
yeah, yeah.
conversation.
It's a
Yeah,
it's a
it is.
patriarchal
That's a
society
different
though,
one.
and men
But
do
what
get
that
the
mean?
men do get to set the standard. They get to talk. They get to set
Black
the.
men don't get to set
I'm
no
not gonna go.
standard.
I'm not going.
In a
to-
household, they
I
can. In a
don't.
relationship, I say they can.
In the household, they can't. Black
They-
men
no.
are
They
should be
emasculated.
able to.
They are supposed to be able
Right.
to, but they're not. Listen
don't
to
How
have
many,
that.
how many times,
We-
Marco,
no.
have you heard
To be
he can't
honest-
handle a strong black
Man,
woman?
listen, I'm gonna go.
honest,
I'm gonna
we
go.
don't-
But how many times have
We
black
running
men
out of
proven
time,
that
man.
to be
I'm
true?
gonna shut down.
What do you mean?
Seriously.
Hey, listen. Let's be clear about something. Let's.
And we gotta say some final thoughts too. Unfortunately, we are reached the peak, but we definitely got to do a part two.
And
We
four.
definitely got to do a part two.
Ain't finished yet.
'Cause
Oh, y'all
geez,
done. No, I'm
still
just-
ain't, y'all still ain't
No, y'all
getting
done.
it.
No, my mom said
Nah.
we ain't. 'cause
You tell your mama to call me. We get this straightened out
yeah,
before
we
the next
got
show.
this.
Man, oh
We gonna get
man.
this straightened out for the next show. You
We,
tell
we
mama.
can we can talk all night about
We
this
always
one
talk about this still. we
because
going
it's
on,
like
This can go forever.
so- right.
So here go my final thought.
think of your, okay.
Here go my final thought. I'm an absolute component of the black woman. With no fail, no hesitation. I support my sisters in any way possible. I am not blind. I am absolutely clear to the plight that the black woman is faced. Probably worse than slavery in terms of having to deal with a broken man, one that was broken and forced to have to deal with, all of these things. And so the strength of the black woman is never in question with me. But I would ask on behalf of African American males in this community for y'all to continue. And I know y'all want to know when it's over. And the honest answer, sister, is we have no idea when it's over because the black man is fighting against the whole world. And y'all can choose to stay or y'all can choose to leave. But if y'all choose to stay, I would only ask that y'all be patient and know that, there are those among us who know y'all value and would do anything that we could to show y'all and make sure that y'all were supported and protected. And in the meantime, just be patient, but stand y'all ground. Don't lower y'all standards. You know what I'm saying? Don't compromise y'all values. And when I talk about dropping the expectation, I'm saying don't expect the man to be something he's not.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I don't mean don't expect him to step up and do what he needs to, because at the end of the day, any woman that's been in my life tell you, I step all the fucking way up. And I don't care what's going on. I done had separated, I done had a torn bicep and a torn labrum in my arm in a sling, and I'm up on a ladder, a 6-foot ladder, pulling a paneling off a wall, and would not allow my wife to get up on the ladder, and wasn't a damn thing wrong with her. So I'm a component of doing what I'm supposed to do for my woman. But in the same token, as a man, I should be allowed to be who I am, and that be celebrated and supported.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, and then my final thought is going to be just really simple. Men, just love us like you're supposed to on all levels. Just do what you're supposed to do. And I promise you, we'll give it back. That's my final thought.
So I guess my final thought is, let's just say what we want from each other. Let's just say this is what we want. Keep it 100 with each other, and keep it moving.
This is my final thought. I'm gonna have to concur with Marco. And I don't know if you really agree with this, but this is how I feel. To be honest, we are weak. We need a woman to help us grow, help us be strong. We need a black woman to help us be strong and help us grow. We don't want to have to battle and fight every step of the way. Right. We do that at home. We do that at work. We do that out in the world with the cops or whatever it is we might do. So what I'm saying, I think if we continue to communicate, continue to express ourselves as to what we really want, what we really need, I think we'll grow and we'll be the strongest human beings on this planet. Right. And they don't want that to happen. But in my opinion, if y'all recognize that and support what we're doing, and we support what you're doing, we're going to grow and be strong.
I concur to that.
Protect us at all costs.
Answer to your question, I agree.
I do too.
100%.
I do too.
I'll say this.
I ain't got COVID.
It's over.
I'll say this.
It's done.
We not weakened, but we not weak, but we weaken.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
And my only thing is that it's okay, guys. We do have to raise our sons. That we have to be all of that for too. Yeah. So if you guys can promise to help us in that area where we fall weak at, then we promise to hold you guys down, because it's hard having to be all of that for a man, and then you got
because we
a
can't
son
raise
without a father around that you have to be all of that for too, and still maintain everything. It's kind of rough. So we just need y'all.
Like that baby daddy show.
Yeah. I ain't gonna do no baby daddy shows. Just like I said, I love my life.
We can't raise no baby.
Guys, we signing out on the KRAZE show. Kevin,
topic, Miss KRAZE. So I have a sitcom that I've been producing. I got 2 episodes shot. I'm trying to close these episodes down and introduce them to the public, and it's called The Numbers Game. It's about dating.
Right.
Semi-autobiographical.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're interested in checking it out, once I get everything rolling, I do have a webpage out on Facebook. It's called The Numbers Game. Numbers Game fans, go ahead and log on, subscribe to that. I'm gonna start updating and sharing that with people. So thanks for bringing that up.
Absolutely. So that's dope. We'll be looking for The Numbers Game, guys, and don't forget, we are gonna do a part 2 to Dating and D, because it's still some shit that has not been addressed tonight that we definitely got to touch on. Okay, so thank y'all for coming out. All right, we out on the KRAZE show. On the KRAZE show.